Hello my lovelies, Melissa from Metropolitan Cosmetics. Today we talk about the skin. And we talk about the skin and some very important elements of the skin that I want you to understand and know how to deal with it and what products we have at Metropolitan to look after those elements in very, very specific ways. So today I'm going to talk about Talika. Talika, you will know and remember, brought us the beautiful eyelash and eyebrow liposeal, which allows our eyelashes and eyebrows to reshoot, even if they fell out. If you put false ones on and the glue caused the roots to become problematic and they fell out, all these problems disappear with Talika. So what's important today is we're not looking at that. We've done that before. We're looking comprehensively at the health and the well-being of the skin. Talika does that full circle. But let me discuss the mechanics of it with you. Firstly, let's start with Talika itself. Talika merges ancient ritual of many, many thousands of years old, along with great technological advancement. And that's very important. The technological advancement come from the Hospital Salpêtrière in France. And this is a great arena for that advancement, in that they have live, real situation, which is notably, it is the most advanced third-degree burn victim units or trauma units internationally. So this is a great arena to test product and understand how to heal the skin. That's number one. Number two, from the Alexis de Bross's understanding of ancient ritual, we have both Chinese, Ayurvedic, Korean culture coming in to the Talika experience. So the skincare line, which is behind me, is called Skin Intelligence, and that's a very apt name. So I'm going to talk comprehensively what the line does and then what is in the line and how you're going to use it. So it's called Skin Intelligence because it's going to look at why the skin needs intelligent choices to look its best, to function at its best. So let's go into, when we look at something at large, we see it objectively. Then we drill into the smaller bits, and then we can draw into, well, what is the skin? Well, the skin is tissue, right? So what is tissue? Well, tissue is made of molecules. So what are molecules? Well, they're atoms. And what are atoms? Well, they're elementary particles. So we've got it into its very, very small, let's just take the atom. So if we look at the atom and it has a cell membrane, well, we don't want that to be defunct. We want to make sure it is coherent. Why? We don't want wrong things to dock on it. We don't want viruses, bacteria, or free radicals to enter the cell and damage it. We want water in it. We want to detox it. We want enough ATP or energy within it. We want to make sure that the DNA is working comprehensively and coherently as per the life plan, which it had from origin, that has not become defunct. We want all of that in place. And then we want everything to be working coherently together so that it functions and so that the skin functions and so that it looks beautiful and does its job. And that's what Skin Intelligence is. And that is precisely what Talika is going to do for you. So the skin is the largest organ in the body. It's external. And for every body, it weighs approximately 8 kilograms. Can you imagine in 28 days, you renew that skin completely? So can you imagine your power in your choices? So if we make intelligent choices within that time frame, do we understand what kind of evolutionary pattern of improvement we can follow through our correct choices? So that being said, the environment, we need to look at that carefully. What are the problems? We know UVA, UVB, UVC. We got that. We know there are pollutants such as smoke, pollution from industry, vehicles, paraffin, and we have all kinds of chemicals in the atmosphere. We have allergens, we have pollens, etc. So in the Talika line, full house, from cleansing through to serums through to creams, we have the anti-pollution polysaccharides. Brilliant. These sit almost as a protective film on the skin, which will not allow those molecules to adhere to the skin. There are also the lipids upon the skin that acts as a barrier to make sure that there can be no absorption of any nasties into the skin. So that's why that's intelligent. The next thing is that if we look at the brain being brain 1, brain 2 is the stomach, so there's intelligence. And the third brain is the microbiome, or the skin's microbiome. Again, intelligence. So what is that? That is the flora of the skin that keeps everything in homeostasis. That being said, the reason why people are, and a lot of children of this day are really out of whack, is because of a lot of cesarean section births. The baby does not travel down the birth canal, and therefore the microbiome, when born, is completely out of kilter. Okay? That means that a lot of children born today have this issue. A lot of very clever obstetricians during a cesarean section will ensure that on that procedure, the baby will be touched in nose, ears, etc., to make sure that its immune system has a blueprint of what is necessary. That is very clever. So what Talika is doing is saying, right, in order for your microbiome to be balanced and working at optimum, it means that your probiotics need to be flourishing. So instead of giving you flora, it has a prebiotic for a probiotic effect. And what it uses is Chlorella vulgaris. This is brilliant. It also uses lactobacillus in some of the products, but comprehensively Chlorella vulgaris. That allows your good flora to flourish naturally to keep all the nasties gone. So when you have a great microbiome, you don't get pigmentation, you don't get blown pores, you don't get acne, you don't get rosacea, you don't get inflammation. Bottom line is you don't get inflammation, you don't get any problems. And that is what it's doing. So the two most important things, safeguarding you against the environment, done. Perfection. Thank you very much. And no nasties can penetrate. And number 2, perfecting my microbiome by giving me the resources that make my flora happy, that they can flourish. Okay, so there we have it. Cleansing, three cleansers, all of which are necessary. So there is the Lash conditioning cleanser for the most sensitive of eyes and for contact lens wearers, will also remove even waterproof makeup. Or Micellar is very important to remove all makeup and debris off the skin. It's a magnet to oil, to pollutants. It takes it all off. And by the way, I'm going to tell you something. Whether you think you clean your skin or not, we are all walking around with ingrained dirt, filth, debris, and makeup ingrained like a tattoo upon our skin. You think you clean, you're not. Bear with me. So I want the Micellar. From there, once we've done that, look at this beautiful foam. This is my best foaming cleanser. It's like a light meringue. Look at this. It almost feels like those light effervescent bubbles literally sink into my pores. It's divine. I can smell the chamomile and the cornflower. It's divine. Face, neck, décolleté, can you imagine? It feels like you're in a cloud. Then you can tissue off, cotton off, or rinse off. Divine. Right. Next thing is there are 2 serums. There's a hyaluronic serum, many weights of hyaluronic acid to go all the way in. Regenerating serum, regenerating day cream, regenerating night cream. So what's in it? Here goes. Chlorella vulgaris all the way through. Niacinamide for the ATP of my cell. Shrinks my pores. No breakout. Adenosine tones me. Tocopherol, medical grade vitamin E. Beautiful, because that hydration, nourishment, stops all free radical damage. Hyaluronic acid, tripeptide, tetrapeptide. So I'm working on cell membrane. I'm going now into DNA. I'm making sure that those fibroblasts are producing collagen. Major anti-aging. It feels great. And they are also quite economical, which is why a lot of our clients love it as well. We are not trading functionality at optimum, not at all. I left the best for last, my favorite product. When I tried this, I thought, oh, these people must be smoking their socks. Why they say to me it's a gentle scrub? It's not a scrub. It's not a scrub. It's not a scrub. It says it's a scrub, but it's even better than any scrub I've ever used. So I took it, right? And I was expecting, as you I'm sure are expecting, well, where's the particles? There aren't any. There's no scrubbies in here. So how you call it a scrub? So what is it? Is it a peeling cream? No, it's doux gommage. So what is that? Okay, so let me explain. It is a scrub. You're going to be scrubbing shortly. So it looks like a bit chalky because it's got kaolin in it. Kaolin is going to go into that pore and shrink it. So it's already absorbing sebum. It's dissolving makeup that's ingrained on the skin and so forth. So you put a layer onto the face. I actually do it every second day because it makes the skin like glass. I love it. So you put it on. I wait about a minute till it goes tacky. Then you start to work it. You peel it off like so. Don't use big areas because you don't want to be stretching the face. You'll be doing like this. And it literally peels off. Citric acid, lactic acid, kaolin, you're going to get it all off. It does desquamation, but because it's been sitting nicely in the pores. And now it dries, and now you peel, it literally pulls what was in the pore out. That is how you do it. It's divine. So I like to do that every second day. You can get away with doing it twice a week, but if you want, like me, porcelain, do it every second day. It's gorgeous. So that is the Talika line. I hope I've discussed it comprehensively. And so this is it. And so we could say, well, if I make the right decision, certain things are going to take place because all good results are accumulative. The good work that we do today, we will experience it maybe next week, but you've got to stay in the game. And so many people think, well, maybe tomorrow, all this procrastination, I can afford to wait a while. We can't afford to wait. And I'll tell you why. Because this is it. It's not going to happen tomorrow, next week. This is it. This is every moment in time that has ever been or will ever be right here, right now. And I therefore think let's make the best choices and let's love it. I'll see you soon.